Hey y'all, it's the Coastal Critiques panel. We are finally back with our recap review. We're starting off the season strong with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. This is season 5, episode 1, entitled Costume or Couture. Let's get into it.
Let's go, let's go. And we're back.
We're back for like the 77th day in a row. Like, I can't even get the words out. I don't think you understand how excited I am to talk about this. Like, Whitney.
It was given where it was given, and then it gave, and then it gave a little bit more because the giving was still given, and it's gonna be more to give because we. Let's be clear. I do like the breakdown. I like the way, we come out and then we got background. We got background. We got some substance, something to go on. When they be talking and we don't know what the heck is going on, it was like, what's
the entire time. I followed the entire time.
Oh my gosh. It was the best. I was like, can y'all all do that? Can it be can everybody take a note? Is that the new thing? I need y'all to do that because it was given.
It was. I think, and I know I've touched on this before. I know we talked about it. Like, I just in general have always appreciated the way that they produce this particular franchise in comparison to some of the other ones. Like just like cinematography and just like like how they really capture what's going on. I really, really like how they do it here. And even how they shot this episode. Like, we're at the event, but you're going back every 5 minutes to tell us something that happened 2 weeks ago or 5 days ago. And it makes sense though at the same time, the way that they chop it up. It's easy to follow. So I'm elated. I couldn't wait to get up there. We could have came on last night. I was like, oh my God.
No.
Like, I was ready.
Literally, I was like, okay, we might be able to do it. We might be able to forget a dang on note. Even my notes came out. Like, I was like, this is what I've been trying to do. I don't know why, my husband was laying in bed. And like I told you, he's his own, commentator. And so I let him commentate himself to sleep. But, it's so funny because he's a truck driver and, he wanted to move to Utah and asked me.
I'm down. Like, let's go.
But so I said, look, we have a place where you want to move. And he said, where? I said, Salt Lake City. He said, no, I want to move to Utah. I mean, Salt Lake City is like downtown of Utah. I said, well, whatever. You know what I freaking mean. And so he said, no, you need to be around people I said, no, not necessarily. But it would be nice to be where people, I know a few people. But yeah, the man was serious. And this is around the time that maybe they were in their second season. And I was like, my husband is serious. He literally is serious about it.
Yeah, I freaking loved it. They always draw our attention. They always captivate us, I feel like. And that's why I don't understand why every single season, unfortunately, we get the whole, oh, what are they going to give next season? Well, Monica's not there. Jen's not there. Or what are they going to get? And I'm just like, stop counting them out. Like, if y'all don't know by now, like, it's season 5. It seems like they have really settled into who they are as housewives. Like, they not here to play around. The paychecks clearly are paychecking. They probably making some real, money right now, especially like the OGs, of course.
Get them incentives up because it's looking like it. It's looking like it.
I was peeking around. Shout outs to Whitney. I see she got a new house. Like,
beautiful too.
Yeah. But okay, y'all. Okay. Before we get into it, y'all, you already know. You need to like the videos on both channels because we are streaming from both channels. That did not change. We talk about a new franchise, but that didn't change. So hit the like button on both channels, please, and thank you. Also, if you're not subscribed to one of us, you need to be subscribed to both of us. So hit the subscription button as well. Hit the notification bell so you know every time we upload. And we would love to know your comments in the comment section. We want to know what you guys think about this premiere episode. We want to know how you guys feel about the season. What are your expectations? Tell us about the fashions, because this is like I feel like this is a low key, like people count them out, but like this is also a fashion franchise in my opinion. So we want to hear all of that. And I do see some of y'all popping in here and I love that. So, hey, Kevin.
What's going on, Kev?
Hey, always that girl one. Always good to see you as well.
Love you.
I'm just like
love to see a cutie in the chat.
We do. We love to see a cutie in the chat. We love to see y'all in the chat. Let's get this conversation going. Let us know what you guys think about our commentary.
You want to rate it now? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, sister. But did you want to rate the episode now? Or did you want to rate the episode at the end?
We can wait until the end. I think because I got pictures, so we could just We'll
let's rate it at the end. That way they gotta stick around. What's up, Kinder? What do you do?
I'm sure y'all can already tell how we feel about it anyway, so I'm sure you guys could probably clue into what we probably are going to rate it, but we'll save that for the end. Hey, Cantor. We be talking, and don't get me started on the stop. Some fashions I was here for more than others, of course, but I think that this is a fashion franchise. I do.
And before we do that, did you watch the after show?
I did.
Okay, we'll discuss that afterwards too.
I did.
All right. We on.
Okay, so boom, y'all. Again, Costume Worker Tour, episode 1, season 5. Like right off the bat, like they're cueing the dramatics. We get this really great introduction. They got the music that Cutie doesn't like. It was giving. And I'm like getting chills. I'm so excited. I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? We did talk about the fashions and everything. The one thing I want to say before we really get into it, though, is the one thing I didn't appreciate as far as like the production of it all is why the hell. I shouldn't have said that so soon. I'm sorry. But that's how I felt.
Why the hello? How y'all doing is how it goes. You know
why do we go from this? I think this is a great shot of them. They all look good for the most part. We're good there. Mm-hmm. Why do we go from there to then you guys putting this as the? What the is this?
Why was I?
The only thing I can think of is everything costs money.
Let me look. For the life of me, I was like, why are we still getting this picture? Okay, and they put they put Bronwyn in it. They put Bronwyn in it with a beige outfit on.
Her picture's new. Everybody else's is obviously.
That's what I'm saying. As they slid Bronwyn in there. Okay, because I had my notes and it was over there.
Yeah, she looks.
And then go back to the purple.
My thing is, why? Like, just why? Why are we retrogressing here? But the only thing I can think of is stuff costs money, and they needed to cut costs. Like I just said, we got we got 2 additional housewives. Actually, technically, we only have 1 additional housewife this season, but the paychecks are increasing. It's season 5, so maybe they needed to cut costs somewhere, and that's just an easy, thing to write off. Maybe that's the only thing I can think of. Because, like, why?
Kevin, tell us how you really feel. No, but there are some fashionistas there. I know. Yeah, that purple it looks royalty. It also gives for me. And if shout out to Auntie Bernice when she comes in, because I know she's gonna come in, and if she's not in the bushes, but she could be. But it's Auntie Bernice, it's giving nice princesses. It's like giving like, girl, not only are we like the white ice princesses, we also give what's the purple, the one Snow White one, I think. They're giving her.
Kevin, you must not didn't watch our previous seasons. I like how pretty much everybody dresses except
I like the Lisa Meredith dress.
Whitney's hit or miss sometimes. I feel like
for me. Whitney that's because Whitney grew up. Is growing up right before our eyes. God bless her heart. I mean, I'm saying that you guys are like, well, for me,
even like I think in Bermuda, I was like, girl, I get, sometimes when, we go on vacation or we be out in the sun, for too long, you might have a little bit of line of demarcation between, the foundation and your skin. Like, it happens. We get it. But why are we in episode 1? And I feel like her foundation was already off. And I'm like, girl, like when they're at the table, I was like, Whitney, why is your foundation way off already? And it's only episode 1.
It was matching her jacket, her coat.
Come on. Like, it was like,
literally it was the same color. And that never mind. I don't want to say it looked like somebody in the morgue. It's looking tacky. Yeah, it was giving tacky. Hey guys, what's going on?
Oh my gosh. That Photoshop was yeah, I don't know, but that picture irritated me. They really did. Nonetheless, though, we are like ushered in by the ladies are all speaking. We're like swooping in and out of everybody's house, and we're getting this really nice dramatic opening, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. I'm like, okay, where are we going from there? So boom, we open up with Lisa. She's hopping out of this SUV, right? Mm-hmm. And she's arriving to what we find out is her Bezos Valentine's Day party that she's having for the ladies. And let me pause right here real quick. Andy did make mention of this, and this is what I was referring to when I told you the other day. I was like, I heard that this first episode is supposed to be like way different than we've like really ever saw on Housewives or whatever. It's supposed to be like a first, the way that they structured the episode. This is what he was talking about, where we have a all hands, all cast event meetup freaking right on the first. Like, I'm like, wow, that's a great idea. We don't ever get it like this.
And you know why that's such a great idea? Because guess how we leave? With all of them together on a reunion. So it's only right that we come back together and say, hey, especially if they're not talking to one another during the break. So it makes, that's what I said, cousin. Exact words I use. But yeah, I literally feel like that's how we should crack the code. We should crack the whole episode off like that in every franchise, because that now you nowhere to run to, baby.
Game
nowhere to hide.
Sports teams, everybody shows up day one to it's day one of work. We all come together and we face off and take it in strides. Not one person creeps in, we see this person 2 episodes later. No, day one, everybody, all hands on deck.
Come on.
So I wanted to point that out because I didn't know what he was talking about when he was, saying this online. I'm like, what is he talking about?
Right.
So we get Lisa. She hops out. I want to say she's with her sister-in-law, and it's 45 minutes until the party kicks off, and she walks in. She's very much, giving Lisa, oh, everything is perfect. I love it. Okay, we just need to change a couple things. I thought loved it. What?
That is so Lisa. Lisa would go in any venue if it's a party, her party or not her party, and we'll get offended if you ain't asked her to help set up said party, because she'd be like, I would have helped you, girl. You see this really okay.
We do. Wait, was this our first?
Was it? No, I think Potomac was our first.
No, we never did Potomac. We did Atlanta.
I mean, I always say Potomac, but I'm in Atlanta. Let me go. I'm going into my archives. I'm on my notes. It's gonna tell me right now. I'll let you know.
It's either this or Atlanta.
I feel like it's Atlanta, and then it turned into Salt Lake City.
This is like my
Dubai.
If that makes sense. This is like my I can't count them out because I feel like they be showing up to work, and I feel like they're the underdogs, if that makes sense. This franchise,
man, and they didn't leave us hanging too dang on long. And her coming out, she's not very. Wait, go back. Very old. What? Very old. What?
Huh?
And very old, 38 to be wearing that. Oh man, can't door.
Y'all are already starting with it, and I am here for it. What?
Why did my husband say he didn't call her that? He didn't say that. He said, why they head so big? He was talking about Angie, and he was talking about Heather. I said, well, Heather, she's on the Ozempic, and she's not afraid to tell you. So that's why her head's a little big, and she already had a big head. So, and I said, and then I think Angie just has a big face. It's like pronounced.
Yeah, she has she's just very petite too. Her body, I think.
Yes, and that face is bow yeah. Hello. Oh, what happened? Okay, I'm trying to see because I can't tell which. I feel like it was somebody. You can't put it up. Let me read.
Why did you say?
I noticed something there looking, what's up with the skin and Lisa Meredith in the Newport girl's face. Okay, so what they need to do is call Stansburg. They need to get in touch with Stansburg because Stansburg got all the gifts they keep giving. Or maybe if they're going to Heather's place, maybe Heather's place is not up to par. Because why? I don't understand.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm with you. I'm with you. My face, so I'm older than all of them.
So yeah, I'm okay.
And Mary's a day older than me. I mean, a day younger than me, y'all. Mary Cosby is born October 21st, 1972.
Heather, I think she just she's never, I don't think, ever been like 100% comfortable in her body. If I'm like remembering correctly, like I think maybe she probably always has had some body image issues, maybe, or at least in recent years or whatever, especially when you're on a franchise like this and every 5 minutes everybody's calling you the big one or whatever. And I honestly feel like Heather was never like big. I never felt like that. It's just obviously when you're if it's a spectrum of people, like everybody falls where they fall, and I just always felt like that wasn't fair to her. So I think she needs to kind of just start to feel her way in her new body and just, be comfortable in it. Maybe, if that makes sense, fully through and through.
I think she's comfortable in her body. I think she needs her haircut. And I mean like a bob more like this way so that it gives this way so that it pulls away from the length that she keeps pulling down all her face. And she can keep the feathery look, but more body, but closer to the face is going to shrink her face a little bit and it's going to make her look younger. But see, the long hair is making her face look long. So if we cut that, dang near to her chin, or even give her a front fullness in the front, but keep it short like a bob, give her some attitude. The body and the face gonna make sense. And then we won't be talking about the strange of it all in her face and how long the face is and how big the face is. She needs some layers and she needs it shorter, like kind of like how Whitney's wearing her hair, but more volume. And that's my hair tip for the day.
Okay, I mean,
no, seriously,
I'm all here for a switch up, and I just always felt like dang, I try to look at things through the lens of them at times and still realize that we're all human, and like, oh my gosh, like I can, especially being a content creator myself, like, and putting myself out there and stuff like that. I try not to go so hard sometimes, because I feel like that does take some courage to get up there and stuff. And I mean, they say, right, that the camera adds 10 pounds. So I try to, I don't know. I'm trying to start off on a clean slate, y'all. I'm trying. You see me trying?
Good for you, because I agree. And that's real. Even on YouTube, we do look bigger than on, sitting this close, or even when I, do my watching Trap Cardio, when I met my folks from Trap Cardio, I was like, the TV's making y'all look and y'all don't even need that. And it's making y'all look okay. I
look taller in pictures than I actually am. I feel like a lot of times. So I just think
in pictures, but we're talking about on YouTube or on a camera.
When I go to BravoCon and I see people for my own two eyes in person, I'm gonna come back here and we're gonna talk about it. Okay, we're gonna talk about it.
Sounds like a plan.
But going back to the episode though, Lisa's fixing things, as I said before. She's got her sister-in-law in tow, and she opens up her confessional, I want to say, with saying like, last year it wasn't the easiest, and she kind of categorizes everything that went down between them as like the worst times that this group has been in, but at the same time we've grown from it, or it's made us stronger in a sense. So I understood what she meant by that, but at the same time, I was like, okay, like get to like what are you about to say? I knew just based on her tone that she was about to start some ish. I don't know if you picked up on that, but I definitely did.
Mm-hmm. I did.
But nonetheless, y'all, she says that she wanted to throw this Valentine's Day party to give, the ladies some loving and stuff because she loves them so much. So, except maybe like one, like there's probably one person in particular that she's not really seeing it for right about now. And we quickly find out who it is and why. And we get this flashback from 2 weeks prior, y'all, and it's Heather, Angie, and Lisa. And they're sitting down, and Lisa's telling them how Whitney, she recorded this podcast, right? And instead of, showing up and having her back and speaking highly of her, in Lisa's eyes, she just bashed her on there and called her like the biggest, newest villain on the show, and was going on and saying all these, hurtful, mean things. And she just didn't really appreciate that. And it's like, on one hand, I'm about to have this party, and it's like, I really don't even want to invite her. But at the same time, like, then she'd be the only one not invited. So it's like, I have to invite her, or like, so Lisa's like really upset right now. We're like, okay, there it is right there. Do you have anything else to say about that?
Yeah, Lisa, don't invite people to your party when you have not squashed the beef. Like, what are you doing? Because you act, as it goes on, we will get there. As far as when she does show up, you're like, oh, you came? Well, you invited me. The same way you felt like you needed to invite her is probably the same way she needed to be there, because I don't want to not show up and I don't want to not invite you. But here's the thing, that's nothing but a conversation. You call her up. Hey, girl, I am having this base-up party. I'm inviting everybody. I'm on the fence about you because what you said on the podcast, this is what you said, and I didn't like it. And, I'm going to need you to go back on your podcast, and I'm going to need you to give me a public apology, because this is what I feel like you did to me, ... And then we move on. No, not Lisa. Lisa's like, come to the party. And I'm gonna clown you when you get there, and that don't never work for nobody. And this picture is telling everybody's looking up, but Meredith. I was like, Meredith, you're watching everybody, and everybody else is looking up.
She might be. She might just be.
No, I mean, she might not pick her little head up.
She might.
Yeah, but I did like that shot too.
I thought it was just a cool angle.
And
y'all, I got all these pictures off of Twitter, so. If they're not the best quality, I'm sorry. Yeah, Kevin, I will never forget that. And I feel like that's something that definitely left a sour taste in my mouth. When that whole thing happened with her, who we don't even talk about, we don't even say her name on the channel because she's so irrelevant.
Right.
There's definitely been multiple things on this show that has made me side eye, but honestly, I could say. And if we're talking about like social issues and stuff like that, I could say that this isn't the only franchise though that has social issues that have been, brought to the forefront. So I just try to. That's why we're down here to talk about it and dissect it for this exact reason. So thank you for saying that.
And that's another reason why me and my husband, when he said that to me, I was like, move to where to do what? I don't know what you're talking about, sir. That's not my ministry. I can't be there. But that would be me being narrow-minded. You know, you got to learn. You have to learn people's religions and different cultures before you just sit and be like, I don't like them, or they ain't for me. Well, what don't you like? Well, I just don't like them. Well, give me something to go on. So you want to kind of educate yourself so you can have an argument in it.
I like to think that like you should just have that kind of outlook towards like everything in life. Like you should always just, I'm not saying, okay, let me not say everything. Like, no,
I know what you mean.
You don't need to go punch somebody in the face to know that that's probably not the best thing for you to do. No, but just, you know, feel things out, see if it's for you. If it is, it is. And if it's not, you know, let it keep going. Anyway.
That's cold-blooded, Kev. That's cold-blooded.
I'm trying to keep up with y'all. Y'all are going off. I'm trying to keep up with these comments. I'm trying to have their, see, y'all, I cannot. Stupid. Stop it, y'all. Lisa is utterly insufferable. No one. Yeah, we do have to talk about that. And
that's
Mary had to be feeling a certain way. Oh, just saying. We're gonna
mm-hmm.
talk about that too. That's what we could talk about something with all of them.
They started off with that, didn't they not? Heather said, we all got fault. There's fault enough to be around for it. I said, oh gosh. Wait, you tell they gang. Oh, I feel that. I'm sorry. I'm with that one.
Please, Kevin, because I don't know if I'm ready to.
That's coming back, so I don't know, but wow.
Bren freaking works my nerves, Kevin. We're gonna talk about it in a couple weeks. Oh no, it's evident.
Oh. Monica is on
you saw that?
Yes, she's on the villain.
I was like, oh.
The villain. I said, well, isn't that the title that's befitting?
Good for, I mean, I don't hate her as a person.
We don't want her not to get her bag.
Yeah, she got mad mouths to feed. Yeah, like I would hope she's getting a bag.
Yeah, get a little bag, girl.
Yeah. What's up, ma'ams? Dita Von Teese is narrating the new season of House of Villains on E. I'm shocked they didn't bring her back to. Yeah. I
was on the fence about it. I'm like, I mean, she's good TV, so if they would have brought her back, you know, so be it. But then it's like, no, we icing her out. We're not giving, I'm not giving her no name on our show no more. I'm like, I guess.
I always knew she was gonna pop up on one of these something else, the Traders, the Dance with the Stars, freaking House of Villains, something. And I mean, good for her, because I mean, she does have a following, despite how some of us may feel about her. She has good TV, right? Yeah,
right. Absolutely.
Going back to this though, y'all, can we talk about the two people that arrived first, hand in hand?
That's also next on my list. I was like, wait, what was
hand in hand, matching purses?
Come on.
I mean, we already knew that this was happening behind the scenes, so I wasn't surprised, of course. But how do you guys feel about the friendship that is blooming in full bloom between Angie K and Mary? How do you feel about that?
I feel like it all started when they were sitting on the couch and she said, and Mary said, and then Andy says, so, you know, Mary, you know, who you get along with, who you love, who you like. Well, I like Angie. I said, what? So all that means is that Mary likes real people. Don't be fake and phony. And if you are, I'm going to tell you about it and give you my opinion on it. And that is what it is. But I think it's cute. I think Angie gonna need a new friend. She's gonna need somebody, because I feel the same way. Who said it? Was it Candor that said it? I really feel like they're gonna be gunning for Angie. Show needs her. She was the reason the ratings were. That's what you talking about. You talking about what you call her?
Guna. Shout out to Rodney the Voice. Gunica Garcia.
Yeah. Yes, Rodney. You know how you do. I love it.
I mean, I think that collectively, I think that all of them are going to come together. Mary seems to be really clocked in. Like, even I knew that she was clocked in, but she even shocked me how clocked in she was in this episode. Like, I think we might be able to pull it off, y'all. And although I have some opinions forming about a couple of the new ladies, I think one or two or three, however many, are actually going to add something this season too, just as newbies. So I think we might be okay.
Like literally the newbies. I mean, Bronwyn's Bronwyn, whatever, however you say it, bro. No, Bronwyn. I like the way she came out. She didn't come out all no. You got to bring it out of me. Nah, she didn't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't you do it. We ain't even got to her yet. Don't you do it.
Okay.
Well, as a newbie, that's all I was talking about. Just on that newbie stuff.
Okay. My wheels
don't you do it. So Mary and Angie walk in hand in hand.
Yeah, their friendship, y'all, started like my good sis. We just demonstrated for you all. A little bit of that, and the rest is history pretty much. Angie appreciates Mary because she's like, she has a different sweet side to her, like, and not everybody sees that or whatever. I'm glad she shows that to me. They got matching glasses, and they went to Kathy Hilton's Christmas party together, so they're locked in.
Wasn't that how Monica? Didn't her and Monica? Now, I ain't gonna say they were like that, but didn't it end up being kind of something like that to that? Like she did first, she would, she talked about Monica about her fast food and stuff and how she eating, don't care about what she eating, or not fast food. She was talking about the food that she was eating, and then she turned around and was like, "Wait a minute, you're not kind of like, Monica just kind of speaks her mind." So by the time they got on the reunion, I feel like her and Monica would not, they were like this, but I feel like they kind of appreciation for each other. So I'm still nervous when it comes to Mary. I'm still nervous.
Y'all are too much, whether you like her or not, Monica. I won't say a snowflake, but does she deserve to be on somebody's TV? I'll give her that. Yeah. So
somebody. We're talking about specifically to this channel, sister. What are you talking about? You don't think she should have been back on the franchise? No, I'm saying for real. Do you think she should have been back on her franchise, or you be like, she don't deserve to be on there because of how she handled things?
I just still don't think that she fits in with the cast. And I just remember I already just wasn't a fan. Like, I just wasn't a fan of hers. Like, she didn't wow me even outside of all the drama with the ladies in her one-on-one scenes and stuff like that. No, she didn't wow me. And y'all can go back and watch our videos. And I said it back then. And I mean, everything fizzled out the way it did. Ultimately, in the end, I was like, well, I could get why you probably don't want her back and why it probably wouldn't make sense in the group, because then y'all, that's when we start to get that divide that we don't like.
About that. We did.
Like, we're watching two shows, and I don't want.
I'm not gonna film with her.
In my opinion, that's like not tainted by that yet. Thank gosh. And I just want to like. I want to save that for as long as possible. Like, let's preserve that.
I like it. I like your explanation, Buki.
But again, going back to the episode, y'all, Heather showed up next, I believe. I liked her outfit. The pink shoes at first threw me off, but I tried to understand what she was doing.
Did you hear the lightweight shade when Lisa greeted her, and she was like, it's not a theme. I said, bitch, who are you talking to?
She said it's a stress. She uses stress.
No, she said it's a not a contour, but a I put it on here.
Is that no? Did you hear Mather? Who is Mather? Who is Mather, y'all? Did you hear Meredith say? Is that Heather? When she was walking up, I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, because she's, never mind. I know why that, but Lisa said something like, it's not no theme party. And then she was like, oh, I know. And then she was like, oh, it's a fashion. It's a high fashion.
Oh, I know. I love a theme. Lisa's like, it's not really a theme. It's not a theme or whatever.
I was like, Lisa, are you just trying to say you don't like the girl's little work out of her dress?
It's a theme.
Like, it is a theme. Bezos,
invitation.
Everybody in pink and red.
Like, goodbye.
It's on Valentine's Day, for God's sakes. What you talking?
These are these moments that make her unlike
people. Cocoa Puffs.
Moving along though, y'all. Mary actually is the first person that comments on Heather's weight loss. Heather says she lost 25 pounds. She is, again, not ashamed to let y'all know that it was the Ozempicing over there. And yeah, and she actually did you ever watch that like little documentary or whatever she did?
I just saw it. I just saw it on Peacock when I was looking for them. I went to them. I was like, "Was that Heather?" I didn't even go back because I needed to take our notes. So I was like, "I think that was Heather," and it looked like it was about what you just said. So no, I haven't watched it. Just saw that it was out.
It gave me like JoJo Siwa meets wannabe Scary Spice meets
Coming to America.
And
Frank, and Wilma Flintstone
and
what is wrong with
Lisa Frank?
First of all, no disrespect, not that the girl body ain't together, but I'm not walking down the block in no booty shorts when I got a 17-year-old at home. And I'm not walking down the street like that. First of all, let me tell you something. My 17-year-old son, and he's my fourth child. He's not even a baby. I recently, I had on, what do they call those? Like a cheerleading skirt kind of, and it was plaid. I had some biker shorts underneath it. I had it on. I lost some weight, so I'm walking around. He came from school. I walked past him. I wasn't even going nowhere. I was just in the house. Just wanted to try it on. Because the last time I wore it was 2 years ago. And that was like 20, maybe 15 more pounds. Anywho, that fool gonna come to me and was like, "Where you think you going?" I said, "Over here." He was like, I said, "And next time, just tell me I look good. Don't be asking me where I'm going." So, but I say that to say that's embarrassing. Don't do that. You are a woman of a particular age. Your husband is of a particular age too. So I don't know why you would want to dress like you 15 years old when your husband is. Never mind. We'll get there. I just don't understand why would she. And never mind. I understand because it's about money. It's about money.
I'm not upset that y'all are giving her the business with that. You want to know why? Because we have to be objective and we have to, be what's good for one is good for them all. And when Ayan shows up looking wild all the time, people have stuff to say about her. So I think it's totally okay if you guys thought that Miss Ma'am was wilding out here when she showed up. She showed up as a human big cat.
And what did Lisa say? "Girl, I was gonna wear my booty shorts." I said, "Girl, you was gonna sit yourself down, liar."
If it was Coachella or something like Coachella or whatever, I was like, okay.
It didn't look like it was that warm outside.
I don't see that though nowhere here.
It don't look that warm.
I don't. Okay, so y'all. Speaking of her, she walks on in. I would love to know. Speaking of fashions, who wore it better, y'all?
Let me move my peoples. Let me move my stuff. Hold on.
Who wore it better? Because
first of all, let's be clear. Rihanna's legs is saying it all for me. And then let's go. Why the heck why couldn't you wear some red pants or white pants? Some black pants? Why you gotta have on an ankle lift dress, flowy at the bottom?
I don't this coat. I used to really want that coat.
Now let me tell y'all something. Let me go. I was married on Valentine's Day, y'all. I was married on Valentine's Day. So I love me a red heart. I love it. I just didn't love it on Bronwyn. I'm sorry, Bronwyn, bro. I'm gonna call her bro. Just forgive me because I don't like to say her name. It's just hard for me. But Rihanna wore it way better, and she downplayed it with a hat on and still killed it. Go ahead, sister. Tell me how you feel.
Oh no, I'm no. I mean, I agree. I mean, I didn't. It doesn't wow me. It doesn't wow me here at all.
I'm gonna tell you something. I have to get up and get it because I got married. I told y'all I got married on Valentine's Day. You can leave her up. I got married on Valentine's Day, and at the courthouse, the judge, you know, it was all decorated with hearts everywhere. It was super cute or whatever. So take her down for a hot second. I'm gonna tell you what hers look like to me. It looked like this stuffed animal. This is I hang this on my as it goes on. It's on my closet. I've had it. Me and my husband be married 12 years this year. We've been together 24 though. We've been together 24 years. But this is what she was giving to me. She was giving it like this to me. It was just looking like
it was wearing her.
It was wearing her. When Rihanna got it on, Rihanna said, huh, let me show y'all what I can do with this heart.
Y'all are wild. You're wild. They're wild. Everybody is wild right now. And if
you don't do that, wait till we get to old girl Brittany. Child.
Did I get this comment?
He needs to lay off the okay.
It's definitely like I'm not used to seeing her like this yet. No, I'm not. I don't think that she was anything was wrong before.
I thought she was cute thick. I thought she looked big boned. And I say that with being that, you know, I know big bone people. My mom was a big bone person. To me, she was always thick, or you know, now my mom is older, you know, she just hit 70 last year. So she didn't lost that thickness weight. I feel the same way. I feel like when you lose it so fast, it's so drastic, it make you look drab or make you look straight up and down.
With muscle. Like
that's this is why I work out, because
this is what happens when you're on something like that. It's meant to just lose the weight. It's not going to build the muscles for you. So
at all. And kudos to Lizzo. I don't know if she on the Ozempic, but she in the gym getting it in. And when you bring it down like that, you keep your curves, everything kind of brings down all together. It all starts shrinking. To me, it's so drastic and so fast. She said she lost 25 pounds. And when you not working that out, that stuff don't look good. I feel like underneath that, what does it look like naked? That's what I will say. What does that look like naked? Because in the clothes, it looks okay. What is 25 pounds when you've been that and that skin is extra and you just move that like that and you ain't toning it up? No.
I feel you.
And you know what?
Huh?
And you know what? I was just about to say, in Ozempic, they say that they don't know enough about it. And people that are taking it that are older, that need to be building that muscle, it's going to mess them up. They're probably going to not be able. I'm not wishing nothing on anybody, but you're not going to, like, what is that? Osteoporosis, I think that is. The one wherever your joints and stuff start stiffening up. If you just think you about to be just skinny and not move nothing, good luck. That's what I'll say.
And there you have it, y'all. Bronwyn, yes, she walks in. Well, the cult walks in wearing her. Wait.
Here you go. Here you go. Look.
This is how she walks in. Lisa is like, oh my God, yes, like was expecting nothing but nothing less from you. This is my fashionable friend. Oh my gosh. Y'all, so according to them, story is they met in Nordstrom. According to Lisa, she liked how the girl was looking, whatever her fashions was giving. She was here for it. Bronwyn, on the other hand, wasn't really here for Lisa's appearance. Apparently, I think Lisa referred to herself as looking homeless. Her words, not mine. So she kind of brushed it off and like for that reason, like Bronwyn like doesn't really recall this happening like that, but she does say that it does sound like something she would say.
Like, I don't like that.
I'm not gonna lie, I was like,
I don't like that.
Because, and it's just like, I get it, like, haha, he, I guess you're trying to be funny, but at the same time, when you really dissect that, I hope that's not how you out here, girl, because especially, you know, right now, the homeless population is unfortunately thriving. And, you know, that's some real stuff. And like, I'm, even if somebody is homeless or whatever, I'm not like going to look at them like, oh, like peasant peon, like be gone. Like, you shouldn't look at people like that. And maybe I'm putting 20 on 10, but that was just gave me mean girl vibes. And I'm not a mean girl.
I don't like it. And I don't recall homeless people being in Macy's or Nordstrom's or any of that. Just because she had on sweats, going back to when we get to Mary's scene. Stop judging a book by its cover. Stop doing that, because let me tell you something, living in LA, La La Land, Hollywood, whatever you want to call it, most of the producers and most of the millionaires are millionaires because they don't spend money on their outfits. They walk around here regular, schmegular, and you wouldn't even know. And a producer could walk up to you and be like, oh, I want you to be in my next movie. I got a perfect part for you. And he will have on some old Levi's, a plaid shirt, a dingy t-shirt up under that, and some dusty shoes that he wears when he's on set, because he's about to be on some regular stuff, and you just never know. And I don't like snobbiness either. I've never do that. Even when a person is begging or asking for money, I'm still not like, I try not to give money to men, especially when I'm with my children, because I feel like, don't ask me for money with my children. But, you know, I still don't be looking down at them like, ugh. And, you know, I'm going to give you some money. And if I don't have it, or, you know, if I tell you I have it, and I see you come back to me like you said you had it, I'm going to give it to you. Like, I'm a man, I'm a woman of my word when it comes to that. So I don't look down on people like that. And people that do, shame on you.
I just thought that was like corny. And again, maybe she was, I don't know this lady, so I'm not going to make excuses for her. I'm going to hope she was kidding, but in the event that she wasn't, that was tacky. And in the event that she was kidding, like, don't joke like that, because you make yourself look like an idiot. So
right, that part.
Just saying. Again, going back, y'all. Sorry, I heard the garage open, I think, and I was like, what? Sorry. You're about to see me turning into a ninja.
Okay.
So again, y'all, Lisa, she was super happy to see her. Hug, kiss, they're all good. Reconnected through a mutual friend in recent years, and they've been hanging out and seeing each other a lot over the years, which tells me that they're not too close of friends. And Lisa actually kind of made me think that again when she said a certain thing in her Watch What Happens Live appearance or whatever last night too. I'm like, I just don't think they're that close. So don't take all this as they're that close, y'all. That's just my opinion. Then we see that 5 days earlier that Miss Ma'am, you know, she had on her cheetah yellow getup, and she's walking through the streets, and her and Lisa meet up, and she describes herself as, I want to say it was chaos, sexy chaos, or fashionable chaos, funny chaos, something in chaos, y'all. She has a 17-year-old daughter, and she has a 65-year-old husband. She's 38, by the way. How do we feel about that?
Weren't we just discussing that? Aren't we supposed to be looking up the ratio to that? You know what? To each his own. Like, I mean, what I'm unclear about is that she will say that she's been married to her husband for 10 years, or been with him for 10 years. Married, I believe it was married. But I just need to know, is that her kid with her husband, or is that her kid before that? That's what I really want to know, because 10 don't mean 10. Like, I've been married to my husband almost 12 years, but we've been together 24. So I don't know. So with that, you know, yeah, to each his own. You know,
I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't even think about it. Maybe that's not. If she's 17, 10.
And even when she introduced, I don't think she said. I think she said, "This is I have a daughter." She didn't say we have a daughter. I don't think she said we.
No, so, I think that's probably just her. She's probably her child. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right.
She has like 6 dogs, and I was like, "Whoa, that's a lot of dogs." To each his own. Again, going back over to the party, Meredith, she comes in looking great in my opinion. A little fur, never hurt nobody. I'm here for. What are you laughing at? Wait, what are you laughing at?
Endure.
I was gonna stop. I was like to see the voting polls did not favor Lisa. It was apparent Lisa was bothered. Okay, was it? I wanted to wait until we got there, but I felt like her energy was a little off. Even when she came out there, I felt like, I don't know, she just seemed a little off. If that
narcissism is a drug, is a cold drug.
She seems like she's a lot more on the defense, like people aren't liking her as much as she would have wanted to, or she seems bothered, like in the back of her head.
Oh, it's bothering her a lot. It's bothering her a lot.
Yeah, how she's being portrayed out here, I think right now is messing with her. You can see it.
Portrayed?
I don't know these ladies. I'm trying to be nice, y'all. I'm trying to start off
give us what they can only give us what you giving them.
I'm just trying to start them off all on a clean slate. I'm trying here.
Okay, clean slate. We're gonna draw the line right here, like Bronwyn said. We're gonna draw the line right here. Boom, it's all in the past. Go.
Yeah, So then
we get Whitney.
Whitney?
Are we still talking about Bronwyn and her dogs?
No.
Whitney, she was in the car.
Oh, yeah. Girl. Hold on, sorry. I lost my spot when I did that. Yeah. Then we get Whitney. She's coming up around the mountainside with May Lee, who is a new friend of, and I have a little background information on her. If anybody
give it to me, because I like her name. She's a pretty lady, and I don't know nothing about it.
What I will say is, word that I've heard is like, don't really get so used to seeing her, kind of like. Okay. Doesn't really.
It was given that, because I really didn't write her name down.
Anything. And if I'm coming through my first appearance, you want to hear my voice. Like, even Saba spoke more than her. Anyway, so Whitney, her rendition of everything is like, she knows Lisa's upset with her. She's been feeling like it hasn't been a safe space with Lisa for quite some time, and so because of that, like, usually she would be excited, to go to her friend's party, but she's not right now. But everything else in her life is booming. She got the new house, business is booming and flourishing. The kids, they've been spending a lot of time with the family and stuff, so things are going really well in her life. So yeah, good for Whitney. And then she walks in, and Lisa's like, "Oh my gosh, she showed up." Okay,
she got invited.
And at the same time, y'all, don't give Whitney too much on this either, because it's like, girl, Whitney, you're saying all this, but you were going to show up regardless, because this is all cast. This is work. You had to show up regardless. Like, let's be real here.
And it is that.
Exactly. Then we're introduced to Heather's friend, Brittany, and they've known each other for a few years. They have some mutual friends. She's a mess of a Mormon. That's how Heather wants to describe her. She's currently dating Jared Osmond, but not really, because they had just broke up earlier that day, and they've only been together like 8 months, and they've broken up approximately 16 times. So y'all do the math on Miss Mama. So yeah, she's there, and everyone's complimenting Heather's new body. Mary's complimenting Bronwyn's coat, honey. Like, where's the picture at? Like they were sitting there and I was just like, wow, is this really happening in front of our eyes right now? Like they were speaking real cute. And then this lady right here decides she's going to just come up and get in between them or whatever. And I felt like, what did she say? Bronwyn was like, oh, you're just gonna, she said something. And I was just like, go away, girl. But when she comes and sits down in between them, y'all, she's like, oh, I like your costume.
Did she say nice costume? Nice costume.
Or what she calls her attire, her being Bronwyn, a costume. How'd you feel about that?
I felt like sometimes when you wear certain things, it could be looking like a costume. Now, did we know at the time? That she spent $15,000 on that jacket that they only made 3 of them at the time? No. I think you should wear your price tag on the outside of it. It's pretty. Yeah, she was gorgeous. That outfit was banging. May Lee.
I mean, you already, y'all know.
Yes, Barb. That is so you. Yes, that is so you.
Might as well want to mail it, put it on a box, and mail it all over here.
No, seriously. Yes, gorgeous. I think she was real cute. But yeah, no, I think you can think some things and not say some things, especially if you don't know. I know. I love. That's what I did. I think you could have just thought that, not said anything, and just until she said something about it, or you know what, where did you get that from? And then that's how you spark up a conversation. But just to come out flat out, oh, nice costume, I love your costume. This ain't a costume party.
It's not. And y'all, that was only one thing that Miss Mama said. That was the catalyst of like
that's the very beginning.
Word vomit she was having. Because again, she sits between them, and Mary also is very much like, it's not a costume, it's fashion. Like Mary was like, who is you know Mary's quick to who is this?
Who's this?
Who is this? You know, Mary's quick with it. And she's like, and not to mention, you got on a whole German Shepherd. Like, so who are you?
10 of them, not 1, 10.
17 or 10, yeah. It's like she just took him to the groomer and went zzz. And I was like, Mary, I need you to, like, when I say Mary off the porch this episode with it.
Because it was her own fault. Why she gonna call? Why she gotta call Mary's closet, that her office that she turned into a closet? Instead of saying, oh, you turned your office into a closet, she said, oh, you turned it into an archive? Did you wearing archives? Are you what? You got your great Dane on. If you don't get away from me, that's your great grandmother. Your great Danes.
Y'all know that Mary is somebody you have to say the exact, like, you can't transpose things back to her like differently. Like, it has to be the exact same way. Otherwise she's going to take it as slight her.
Shout out to Mims. You got to be a straight shooter, and that's the only way she respects.
Cannot even, like, if you say pink and she said freaking hot pink, like, you have to say hot pink. You can't just say pink. Like, y'all feel me? So I say that to say Brittany is like saying all these things, and Bronwyn was quick to let her know that it was a $15,000 coat. It's one of 3, which I heard that's not even true. Anyway, and so Mary, she's like going on talking about how, you know, in her office, and like my good sis just said, she uses the word archive instead. And then we move into how Brittany's talking about, or Mary actually opened up for a second a little bit, I felt like, and was like, yeah, when I was younger, I had 5 siblings and we didn't really, you know, there was just never enough. I got what she said. I'm pretty sure my sister got it. Y'all got what she said. Y'all know who didn't get what she said? Brittany, because Brittany then turns to her and is like, oh yeah, I was poor too. And
where'd you get poor from when I just said that, you know, we didn't have a lot of things, or that I really, basically she's saying we had to share. Like, she got hand-me-downs, like my sisters got hand-me-downs. Like, I got, you know, I'm the oldest, so I didn't get as many hand-me-downs unless I got them from my cousins. but I'm being the oldest sister. I get the hand me down, I hand down my stuff to y'all, and it go down like that. So yeah, no, what are you talking about? How did you get poor out of that? And you're trying to make a bonding moment, and it's not working. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was just like, you're trying too hard, girl. And actually, I shouldn't even said she said poor right off the bat. I want to say she said hoarder. And Mary still was like, no, not hoarding. Like Mary even like, she didn't even get annoyed at first. Like she gave her like 1 or 2 more chances. And girl just kept coming back, word vomit after word vomit.
It was hoarder. Yeah, you said she's married. She called her hoarder first. And then, yeah that was like, wait, what? Like, that's not what I was talking about.
Because I was poor, and you know, I had 5 siblings, so like scarcity, and it's like we're gonna get into the other angle of this in a second, but we're just focused on Brittany right now. Brittany, like, girl, she did not say that, and Mary was quick to let her know, like, that's not what this is, and she was like, because you know, like there was never like enough for us, and I used to like hide rolls in my purse, and Mary's like, rolls in your That did not happen over here. Like that's like
back up, stop. I don't even want to hear no more.
That has nothing to do with me. Like, and Mary was like, what?
No, wait, but no. Before that happened, oh girl, who was in it? Bronwyn was like, oh, okay, well that's if that's what you had to do, I guess. And then Mary was like, that's nasty. That's not what I was talking about. I didn't do that. And she was like, well, we were poor, so that's what we did. And she's like, well, yeah, we weren't poor. And then that's when Mary threw up the deuce and was like, you know what, I'm gonna go. And what Brittany know how to read the room and read Mary that quick. I think I offended her. Yes, you did. yeah, you did.
Yeah. I was so confused.
Hey, Kamiko.
And honestly, Mary was taking it a lot better than I feel like she normally would have in past situations. So kudos to her for that. I call it growth. Heather, she's like, hey Meredith, like, did you see Whitney? And Meredith's like, no, she's here. And Heather's like, yeah, of course. Record stop. Then we get another flashback. And I wanted to get this picture and I forgot to get it, y'all. Meredith's in a new rental. Yay for Meredith. Which I felt like was so shady for them to, because they literally put it up there on the screen. Y'all know how production does.
It said rental?
Yeah, it said new house.
Oh, I did. Okay. I thought it said rental. I said, yeah, that's shady.
New house.
Okay.
They needed to point it out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I guess that's what we're doing. And honestly, no, let me stop here for just a millisecond. Yeah, we throw shade at that she moves every season and all this other stuff, y'all. But at the same time, when you really think about it, I thought about it. Meredith, every time I see her on social media, like Miss Mama do not be in Salt Lake City. During their off season, she very much travels like a lot, and I see her at like Fashion Week over here. She be at Cannes over here. She's at a lot of different events and stuff like that. So I just kind of thought about it, and I was like, financially, like, and economically, like, why would
it makes no sense to buy?
And you know what else I feel like is another major component that we're overlooking here? A lot of these ladies get, unfortunately, sometimes they get, their homes burglarized.
Come on now.
Wendy, Teresa, Doree, the list goes on.
Andy, Andy?
Jennifer Aiden, like there's.
Kenya. Then they come to Kenya's house.
That
might have been her boyfriend.
That was that crazy guy. Yeah, that was that dude. Didn't that happen to from Married to Medicine? Toya,
not Toya. The pretty Anila.
Yeah. So you got to think too, that makes them less of a target. That makes them a hard target. So I mean, I just wanted to give you guys a little food for thought on that one, because that's something I had to actually check myself on when I thought about it.
I I need you to understand how scary Meredith looks when she gets these death looks of. When we get to it, we're getting to it because she did it in more than not that one.
Those lips are supersized this season too.
Ooh, but yeah, well, I'll tell you when because we're getting ready to get to it. But oh my gosh, I was like,
oh yeah, Kenya had an attempt when she was home. That'd be even worse sometimes.
Oh, I don't want to say. I don't want to say. Plus, Meredith's son is a a designer. So he's moving around doing fashion and stuff. Or remember her son? What's his name?
Yeah, I mean, but I don't really.
Brooks. I'm just saying. I can see her like, okay, he's doing the New York's Fashion Week during summertime.
She had her business too. Things going, and her husband wasn't he? His business is like based. He be gone.
He was always gone.
He be gone.
That was one of her him
and his cup. So
yeah, like, I agree. You're right.
You guys we got to think about that. So that's smart. I wish I didn't have to pay rent all the time and mortgages all the time. Must be nice. Right. Anyway, so. That picture I just pulled up, though, that's actually where we are in the episode.
Yes.
So, who was it? Heather on her a week or so earlier, right? And she was sitting there like that because she had just got her third breast reduction because she has this tissue abnormality that causes her to have excessive breast growth. So this is her third time going through this. So she was just obviously recovering from that. And I heard that she had this issue.
Remember I said that? I didn't say that. Remember I said, I don't know. Sometimes I see Meredith, her boob they look small. She had she would wear the blazer jackets and then her boobs would look little. And I said, did she get a boob job? Because now they look all big.
I kind of was like,
no, she's always got big boobs. I said, but no. I said, she wore a blazer with no shirt on underneath it. And you can't do that when you got big boobs.
One of y'all go back. That's in one of our. You did say that, and that makes sense now.
I said, thank you, Meredith, because I've been saying you getting a boob job. You've been boob reducing.
Thank you guys. Y'all see what I'm saying?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, Meredith. I was like
over ducks doing too much. Overactive ducks moving around.
Like, wow. And some of us are on the total opposite spectrum.
Mom, no, I'm on the opposite. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
But okay. We see you, Meredith. So yeah, she's sitting there, she's telling, Heather this, and Heather's like, what's up other than that or whatever. And Meredith, she was going to, this is how she was going to start her season. Y'all know. She's like, well, mentally.
You gotta do it slow. You got to talk slow. Because Meredith talks very slow when she,
Well, mentally, I'm still back in New York. How everything happened when we left Bermuda, I was just very disappointed. And Whitney, so we get the flashback of Whitney we seen last season. She launched her Prism jewelry. Then last year at the reunion, we see Meredith talk about how she was moving from she's going to be moving into bath products going forward. And so Whitney apparently started doing bath bombs and other various bath products as well. And so Meredith is very much like taking this as a dig to her.
Meredith told her
that Meredith's thing are bathtubs. She didn't know she had to specify and say all that meant the loofahs, the bath gels, the washcloths, the bathtub cleaner. She didn't know she had to say all that. So she's very much like, yes, Whitney. And because Heather was like, you think she did that on purpose? Like, you think she did that? She's like, yes, she did that to hurt me. Like, yes, she did that on purpose. It's an attack on me. So Meredith is bothered. How do we feel about that?
I feel a couple of ways. One, thank you for the Meredith rendition. I love it because you know she talks slow as I don't know what. Because I almost feels like she has Parkinson's sometimes. It's just sometimes it just feels like she's kind of talking like Ronald Reagan sometimes. I don't know. But
she said Ronald Reagan,
y'all. Yeah, like Ronald Reagan used to talk like real slow. Shout out to Ronald Reagan.
She has to stop.
Anywho, I'm trying to figure out why would she think that anybody's coming for her. So is she gonna come for everybody that's doing bombs? Are you coming for everybody? If you had a problem with her last year for her jewelry, why didn't you say anything to her? I didn't know you was interested in jewelry. Now we actually should collab. Nope, didn't do that. And now you coming for this girl for these bath bombs. I'm gonna have a problem is later on in the episode we find out something that Whitney is gonna clear up for us. Yes. But before we even get to that part, why wouldn't her cousin know and jump to her cousin's defense and say, well, you know, she couldn't be really coming for you because she did this woofy wop wop. So I was like, okay, y'all doing this? Are we doing it for TV? Is it protection? Are y'all, where are we going with this? Because right now, this is looking stupid. Stop talking about, that's like when Karen got mad about freaking Wendy doing a candlelight. I'm doing candlelight. Now I want to do a home essential. Oh, I'm doing a home essential. Oh, you just doing everything I'm doing. No, but I can do what I want to do. You don't have a patent on the bathroom stuff. You just don't. So for me, two things was going on at the same time. I was already thinking like Whitney already had her line of stuff that she was doing. So I don't think she's coming for you as much as you're saying. I think she was going a little hard. She put the 10 on the 2. You're doing too much, you put 10 on the 2. That's all.
And maybe because like I'm just, actually no, I already answered my question without even saying it, y'all. It's because I have real friends. Sorry, forgot. I have real friends, so naturally me and my sis right here, right now in front of y'all, we do like the same thing up here. We talk about the same shows up here. That's like me being like,
really? You gonna do
morning show? You know I do morning shows.
Oh, so you gonna talk about Diddy? You know I'm talking about Diddy though. Well, everybody on YouTube talking about Diddy. No, but you know I'm talking about it, and you my friend.
Now, if she had my background and my logos and my intro, that would be different, maybe. Totally. That would actually be weird. But but I say that to say, y'all, if she wasn't copying your packaging and copying this and copying that, like y'all know, like, especially a lot of times us as women, like, we like all the things. We like the jewelry, we like the perfume, we like the makeup, we like the this or that. So it's quite natural a lot of times for people to segue on over into, you know, another avenue of, you know,
another.
Like, I don't know why we just seen it on, even if you guys watched Dubai, we just had a whole, Lisa came on with Mina Rowe maternity wear, and she left this season with a skincare line. So it's not bizarre for you to be like, I think I'm going to do this now. Mm-hmm. Especially when it's not a specialized, like, specific product. Because if it was, you'd have a patent.
That part.
So that's just my little 2 cents, y'all. I don't know. Going back over here, though, we get a little bit of information on Jack. You know, he's off on his mission. He's in Colombia, and he's been gone for 8 months at this point. And
has he been on a mission?
I mean, y'all, this is
he ain't been on vacation.
This is Lisa's words, not mine. I'm gonna just leave it there. But she says, like, they have the coolest bookstores ever and the best coffee shops or barber shops or whatever. Okay. And they can only communicate through Facebook Messenger, but like he's doing so well. He's still the cool Jack, like all the things. Bronwyn, however, her version of Mormonism totally different. Her, if I remember correctly, her parents converted over, and then before both parents converted over, and then they were all the kids were obviously brought up in the religion, so much so that they all went to BYU. She of course got kicked out, and so yeah, that's her Mormon angle story, whatever.
She's more traditional. She's more traditional, and Lisa's not as traditional.
Well, the way that Lisa is having Jack, like how he's on Messenger and going to and calling and texting, it was a lot more strict, I guess, for her. Is
more
what
structured, for sure. Yeah.
More traditional, like you said. Mm-hmm. So she was taken aback a little bit, I guess.
No, Kendor, we don't. I'm sorry.
No, I don't. I just see. Okay, see, I didn't want to be the first one to say it. Like
that's why
I'm just giving it for y'all. If y'all don't want me to talk about it, I will glaze on through, honey. Please. Okay, moving on. But Whitney or Meredith, Meredith won't waste no time walking up to Whitney and asking her, like, okay, so
that was crazy.
What's up? Or actually, I'm not gonna say Whitney walked up to Meredith. She did, and Meredith wasted no time, and she was like, so what's up with you in the bath bombs? Like
before you even say that, it does seem like Whitney did walk in there trying to ignore Meredith and Lisa. Now go ahead.
I gotta watch it back one more time. I seen the
Lisa. You didn't say hi to neither one of them. And
no, I thought I was paying attention for Lisa, obviously, with her being the host. I didn't think about it.
Well, somebody asked Meredith, did you
Heather?
Okay, Heather said.
I thought Heather was just being messy.
No, she was literally just saying, like, did she speak to you? She said no.
There wasn't that many people at the party, y'all.
It wasn't. You could see through the whole party. I could see everybody. Yep.
It was not. Everybody had on bright red or something. Like,
wasn't not crowded, and it's all ladies. Yep.
So we're just painting a picture for y'all. And again, Whitney's like, well, whoa, I don't have a problem with you. Because Meredith explains the whole situation to her about the bath bombs and everything. And Whitney's like, I don't have a problem with you. And I think Whitney in her confessional, of course, she throws some shade towards Meredith in her bath. And she's like, I'm starting to think that she is a little too like focused on bathtubs or something. Like there's just like something is wrong with that lady. Like she needs to go to like a bathtub rehab or something is what Whitney's probably thinking at this point.
Well, she said she's been staying in the bathtub so long, everything is pruning up. Even her brain is.
It must be in Whitney's eyes. It must be, y'all. But it's like, no, it's not even that. I just, as a friend, I just would have expected you to come to me and say, like, hey, I'm doing bath bombs now, or give her a heads up, basically. And Whitney, she's like, okay, well, I don't remember her exact verbiage, but she was like, if we're talking about being good friends here or something like that, then you would have already knew that way back then, I actually started my business selling bath bombs.
Oh, no, you didn't. No, I did. No, you didn't, because when I was doing my jewelry line, you gave me skin product. That's what you gave me. You gave me skin product. There was no bath beads and there was no bath bombs in the basket with what you gave me for my jewelry line. You didn't do that.
Oh, no, we're not there yet.
And she said, what she say? Yeah, because I didn't need to give you no bath bombs when you're selling jewelry. It goes with the skincare.
Are you an idiot? Like I was genuinely like, I this better not be the case, because, honey, like, tell me you didn't really read the email without telling me you didn't read the email, because come on now. So you're mad for no reason is what it's looking like. But
the only thing I'm sorry that I didn't get you I didn't send you a care package with all my stuff in it, with the bath bombs in it. I'm sorry. I said, Whitney. Okay, that's a way to look at it. Get her off your back.
For real. And all the ladies are hearing the commotion, y'all, and they're like, "Ooh, like what is going on?" They is arguing. Mary's like, "Are they like arguing over bath bombs? Like really, bath bombs?" Mary again was the comic relief this episode, and we appreciate her down here at Coastal Critiques panel for that.
Yes.
And so then we get things got a little bit more serious though here, y'all. Whitney starts to bring up the fact that she never hears from Meredith, and again, we're talking about real friends here, so we're gonna put it all out, right? And Meredith's like, well, you know why you don't hear from me that often. Like last year, I was held accountable for the reality Von Tease stuff, and somehow that is shifted, and I still haven't received an apology. Like that's why. So then, y'all, we go back once again to 2 weeks prior, and we see Lisa, Angie, and Heather. And Heather's telling Lisa and Angie exactly what Meredith just told Whitney, and how she has, these unsettled feelings, and she always wants she needs some apologies, and she told them this. And when she told them this, Angie was like, that's interesting, because last time I checked, last season, I didn't receive an apology for you saying that I had like ties with the Greek mafia. You were saying things about my marriage. You were saying, things about my house or whatever, that whole thing, like the whole nine. So, and my businesses. So if there's anybody here that's owed an apology, like it really is me as well. So we know at this point that Angie's probably going to pop up in 3, 2, 1 because she has a bone to pick as well. And she does. She walks right on up, and Whitney casually slid on up out of there because she's like, I don't really even know what you're referring to, because I'm only apologizing for not contacting you and saying that, like, hey, here are my new bath bombs, like I'm sending you some. I don't know where. Whitney's like distant, as Meredith would say, she's disengaging. She's like, I'm not accepting that. Like Whitney's she's not accepting that at all. She wants no parts of it. And she steps away, kind of like confused almost. And
she did an electric slide to the.
She sure did. And who
did? She went up and just slid over there and just let Angie slide to the left while she slid to the right. She was doing it
in there, y'all. And now we got Angie and Meredith, and Angie, she jumps right off with it, y'all. She's like, Heather told her that Meredith wanted an apology from her, and again, Angie's like, no, I'm the one who is owed an apology. And when I tell you, Angie came with the receipts, the timeline. You guys know she came with the whole 9. Miss Mama had a whole scroll. She had a whole scroll that she just let loose right in front of everybody, and the whole everybody at this point is like, real dramatic.
Scroll? Did she bring a scroll?
She has a scroll, child, a whole scroll. And she starts rattling off all the things, everything that she got on there. I meant to take that screenshot. Did I take it? Because I didn't see what it said. Oh, can I read?
Oh,
just in time for the holidays. Kristen said, "What? Y'all can read it." Like she starts.
Basically, it was organized crimes. You accused of her organized crimes. You accused her of somebody could sue her and take her house, and you also came for her marriage. And those 3 things alone is enough.
But she said that she was going to come with visual proof. And Meredith, she starts like laughing about it. She's like, are you serious? Meredith's also not accepting this. And Angie's like, I didn't expect an apology from her in this moment, but I did expect her, like, like, girl, like, you don't even have no sense of humor. Like, she does not have a one humorous bone in her body. So unfortunately, she didn't really, I feel like she didn't really slam dunk it, because Meredith wasn't moved. Like, Meredith's not going to be moved by these types of theatrics, unfortunately. But I do appreciate Angie K's effort. How did you feel?
My couple of things, I got to go back to Mary, when
she's a hard worker.
She has that too, but when she's like, you know, I know they're not over there talking about bath bombs. I don't even like baths. I ain't trying to get no yeast infection in the bathtub. I said, Mary, if you be telling people that they did get those because of they taking a bath, I'm gonna need you to knock it completely off. It's okay, you don't like baths. I know women that don't. That's okay, but don't start rumors. Okay, don't do that. And then what else did I have that I want to talk about? I need Angie not to go over there when you see clearly they were over there having a whole little tay-to-tay. Why would you even bring up the scroll? Why would you even talk to Meredith? You know how Meredith is. You know Meredith is going to walk away. You know this. So why in the world would you see them two talking? You know it's not going well. And you know what? And Meredith, can I talk to you real quick? No. Don't talk to me for a minute. No. And this is the one I was saying that Meredith has a possessed look on her face, because when Angie walked over there and she said, you know, all this, and the scroll came down, the look on Meredith's face is the same look that she gave at the dinner table when Angie said, well, Heather is the one that said she thinks that you should apologize, and I agreed. And Meredith looked that. When I tell you, Meredith has it's this look now that she's got. Scared. I put it almost look possessed. So that was crazy. Angie, you could tell her what you want to tell her, but the fact that you tried to downplay it because it did not land. Talking about, well, you know, it was in fun, and you know, I wasn't really being serious. It was really in fun. If that was the case, my love, you'd have did that on a one-on-one. In a bathroom, sitting by yourself, and be like, Meredith, I got a bone to pick with you. Oh, really, Angie? Do you? Yes. Let me tell you what it is, and let the scroll come out. Have a good time. Let her kiki, you kiki. Y'all talk about it a little bit, and then we move on. That's not what you did. You decided to go talk to her while Whitney they into it, and you think it was gonna roll well, and she's gonna be like, oh, that was funny. You brought out a whole scroll. No, it ain't. No, Angie. It's not your first season. Stop acting like that.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely feel you on that. And I feel like more so Meredith, yeah, she's just not going to like play into those types of theatrics and
semantics.
I seen on Twitter someone said like, oh, you see how Angie always needs like somebody to like lead her into like having these scenes and stuff like that and addressing things like, and if you go back to last season, I had to think, and I was like, you know, that's actually correct. And Angie, I feel like she never just jumps into things without, as you said, seeing Whitney up there and then trying to tack her stuff onto like somebody else's stuff, if that makes sense.
That's lame. And not only that,
you have a point.
You have a point. That's so weird. You put it in the best way that I mean, what I guess what you know, I'm long-winded. So it's a little different when I say it, but that literally is what it is. And it's like, oh, I guess I better go do it now while she's mad already. Now she can be mad at both of us. Like, you don't want the full steam of her. Like, girl, bye. Convince Meredith to drink every episode. Hey, I've been saying that. And I'm gonna tell you why, because her husband always got a red cup.
I knew you were gonna say that.
This not a red cup, but the husband has always got a red cup. So I think, and no disrespect to my husband, shout out to husband cutie. What I'm saying is,
he my husband
drink. My husband likes to drink, and when sometimes I just drink because he's drinking. So I feel like Meredith is on that, especially if we talk about her getting out and doing what she want to do, running her business still, but like she don't have to be super hands on, and she can move about how she wants to. Yeah, it's shot o'clock at any time of the day, and I feel like I agree with you, Mims. I think I think a lot of them do that, and that's why a lot of them get in trouble and forget what they say.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Red Cup gang. I'm part of that gang.
Seth saves with a cup. We know that. So y'all, Lisa interrupts all this and she rounds everybody up. They have like a little cute little toast. Where's the picture? They have this little toast or whatever, and she's like, ladies, I've just, Jack is gone and John has just been traveling a lot for work, and I've just been leaning on you guys, all my girlfriends, and you guys are just checking on me all the time, and but at the same time, I just don't love podcasts, and me, and she's like, we have to talk, or we got to work some things out, however she puts it. But she's like, for now though, let's go inside. And they all turn around and they open up. It's like, was it a barn?
It kind of gave me barn doors. It kind of gave me some lights to that thing. I mean, they live on.
No, it's fine. I don't care.
No, it was beautiful. But I think you're right.
Pick out the establishment because they went, whoop, and then they went inside, and like a finished barn, of course, or whatever. Because I didn't see any heaters, but I'm assuming it was heated.
And ain't nobody trying to be smelling no horses or no cows or none of that while I'm trying to eat, bro.
I think it was just like a ranch style, like a something. So they go inside. It was a really nice tablescape. I will say,
it was a horse stable.
Oh, yep. So Lisa, she did a good job. She did a good job. And going back to Kandar said did something about Lisa's alcohol or whatever. I did see the word Vita back there. Again, have you tried any Vita tequila? Because I know I haven't. No, we haven't. So y'all let us know if you guys come across some Vita tequila. Let us know how you like it. So they all go inside, and y'all, when Mary saw the seating assignment, she was not pleased. Mama said, Angie, she was supposed to say,
move fast enough. She
was like, move it, Angie, like fix it, like.
He's like, Jesus, fix it. Anybody fix it. Somebody grab the name tag.
She's like, switch it. Like, I do not want this girl sticking bread in my purse, because this is clearly something she did recently. Because last time I checked, little girls do not carry purses, and she's a grown up with a purse. So I do not need her sticking them in my Hermes bag.
Mary is the gift that kept giving her last night. Mary, I don't think that lady was gonna stick anything in your purse. But Lord, when you came with, that happened recent. That's recent time, because and she didn't have no purse when she was no kid. That brought me back to the time. Now that right there is just too much. No, the graffiti jacket is not getting talked about because I think it was Dolce & Gabbana. I think it said Dolce & Gabbana on the back. So that's the only reason why. Well, for me, my daughter could have made that. Like, my daughter could have did something way better than that and had that thing fly. But no, I'm not gonna come forward because I don't have my fashion come from Walmart and stuff like that. So I make cheap clothes look good. See, y'all make expensive clothes look all right. Vita is not available outside of Salt Lake City. It wasn't available there either, because clearly I didn't see Vita turned around. The bottles was not talking about. I like them facing forward. I don't like it at a slant.
I do not like the bottle. I do not like angles. No, straight up.
No angles. And then let's be clear on what happens. Now you know the name of the dang on show. I always mess it up. Well, anyway, with Andy on Andy's show, they did a ski shot. Ain't nobody. Her husband is at the bar. Why we didn't see the title turned to the front with the name on it? Where is it at? I don't care if it is just in Salt Lake City. You better have a bottle with you everywhere you go, especially if you're going to your boss's job. Let me see the bottle. Send them a case. And you about to sit with somebody. Send the person that's going to be sitting next to you, whomever it is, bring them a bottle too. Since it's only available in Salt Lake City. Like, get gone. I don't even drink vodka, so that's really why. Oh wait, it's tequila, right? Is it tequila? It's vodka.
It's tequila.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tequila. I drink tequila.
That's why
tequila
I came across it because
I
drink, but if I do, it'll be tequila.
So maybe we need to order some or something. Go on our website or something. I don't know, but I would like to try it. I like tequila.
Lisa, so y'all tag Lisa in the comments. Send this to Lisa. Get her to send us some Vita tequila, and we could do
it. We will do it right here on the show.
We will do it right here with y'all.
And my sister's not even a big drinker like that. She does drink tequila. Like, she will drink tequila when she drinks, but she's not a big drinker
at all. Like maybe twice a year, maybe. And I already did twice a year, so I'm good now.
I'm like, she probably not gonna drink for the rest of the year.
My birthday, I think
I was with you. Wait, didn't you drink when we were together in April for my son's birthday? You didn't drink that night?
In April?
Yeah, when we went to the little clubby club.
No,
where they was singing and stuff.
No, I know for a fact. I was driving. No.
Mm-mm. Oh, you didn't drive. You drove.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that was a nice little club. I had fun. Okay, yeah, my sister don't even need a drink. She's a good time without it.
But y'all,
she's a good time without it.
Send this to Lisa. So everybody goes inside. They find their seats. Dinner conversation. Drinks are flowing. Like, it's good. It's good. It's cute. This is the calm before the storm, right? And Whitney realizes that her and Bronwyn, they have a lot of similarities, being as though they're both in age gap marriages. It's a little bit larger between Bronwyn and her husband, which I don't know his name yet. We haven't even met him yet, so whatever. At least Whitney can say that she's 5 years older, if I'm not mistaken, than her stepkids.
Her oldest stepson.
No, Bronwyn's stepkids are older than her.
No. So, his oldest is 6 months older than her. Everybody else is probably younger than her, but his oldest is 6 months old.
Right in the patch, right in there.
She really could be dating his son, and it would be nothing wrong with it.
It's like 26 years between. He's 26 years her senior, and she never really thinks about it though. That's not something that like pops up in her mind, and it's like, oh, like, good morning, babe. You're 26 years older than me. No, they just kind of been doing the thing for, like we said before, like 10 years or however long. And then we look on over here to Heather, and I feel like Heather, and I knew she was going to do this. I knew she's going to be in the middle this season. She's going to be smelling herself. After she left last season, she was going to be coming in here trying to be all extra. And I feel like this was a show of that, because she's going to start trying to pop stuff and get things started by saying, I think, we started off on a bad foot with the whole scroll thing to Angie. And Angie's like, no, I absolutely didn't, because you're saying you want an apology. No, like, I just gave you the appropriate response to everything that you did to me. Like, Angie is like, oh no, like, that was like the bare minimum. Like, and
she threw Heather under the bus right then too. That's when she said, yeah, because Heather, you said she should apologize, and I think so. And that's when Meredith gave her the eyes like, wait a minute. I was like,
yeah, that's when Meredith jumps in, and then her and Angie just start going back and forth. And there's a lot of fingernail pointing and a lot of head bobbing. And this one was saying, this, that, other thing. And then this one was coming at this one. And like, all ladies are, I don't know if it was at this point, but there was a lot there. Like, this was everybody's face the entire dinner conversation. There was a lot of just confusion, because they're going back and forth. And then we have Bronwyn at one point. She tried to jump in, and she's trying to get them to just put a stop on it for right now. And how did you feel about her being the person to do that? Did you feel like that was what was needed? Do you feel like it mattered that it came from her and she's new? Like, how did you feel about her being the one to jump into that?
I think she's the only one that could jump in, because we don't know who are really on the outs, and we're discovering that out at this dinner table. Other than, Mary ain't gonna say She not saying nothing. Mary gonna watch y'all duke it out until the end unless y'all slander her name, throwing mud on her. That's when she gonna pull her umbrella out and put it down and let y'all do what y'all gotta do. But y'all gonna sling it over there. Y'all gonna sling it on me. So for me, I mean, it didn't bother me that Bronwyn was the one that said anything to them. Somebody got to say something, and at least she was the voice of reason and didn't say nothing stupid. Because I can't stand somebody to get it and be sounding so dumb. Like I needed you to just not say nothing. Like you could have sat down and be quiet. And I do want to bring up the point that Bronwyn, it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I got a little twang in my heart when Bronwyn said, I'm 26 years my husband's junior, and people kept saying, I wasn't cute enough to be a trophy wife. Yikes. I want to know who said that to her. She's like, and 10 years later we still married. I was like, who said that to you?
Like, even that being the topic of conversation, like that's just never came up in my marriage and like that just never came up. So even that being how people are viewing you and stuff like that says that, like,
they thought you was a gold digger. They thought you was a gold digger. Yeah,
like y'all have. This has always been something that you've probably been being labeled as, and I mean, I don't know. I hope there's no truth to it, but you've already made one shallow comment on here, so I'm questioning your character a little bit. Sorry.
I am kind of questioning too, but I don't mind that she gotta say, like I said, if she was saying something stupid, I've been like, shut up. Like I just shut up. But she was right. Like, okay, can we stick a fork in it right here? Can we stop right here? Can we not talk about it? Like, can we dead it right here, and then we can just move on and go on? And then Angie just kept Angie kept. I was like, Angie, you've made that point 10 times, Bookie. You ain't got to keep going.
Would we
No, she did. She definitely Angie had a point, but how many times you gonna point it out? Like,
is this something that we would have wanted to see them like handle? Like, I feel like they should have
at a dinner with everybody from they friends from Salt Lake.
Months to figure it out. Like, I just don't think it was. I think both things can be true at the same time. So this is probably something that they after what happened last season, they should have been able to come together, look each other in the eye, and shake hands, and just keep it moving. Because you did some stuff, I did some stuff. Let's just shake hands
from here.
Yeah.
And move on from here.
That's how I view it, but obviously neither of them are going to come off their high horse with it. And Angie, though, at the same time, and I don't know if you caught it, like she looked like she was like holding back a laugh or a smile, like she was trying to steal this scene and make a moment or whatever. And obviously,
I don't like it.
Saw the scroll. I usually don't mind it. I just don't want it to start.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it in this moment,
or messy or unnet. Like I don't want to. Like, is that going to be your response every single time? Because it's like, if that's the case, then you're not really bothered by it. Then if you can poke fun at it, I guess is right. Like if something is serious to you, you're probably not going to approach it with jokes, laughter, and humor. You're going to tell the person like in a serious manner, like, no, I really wanted an apology. And also, again, we're on this show, so of course you're going to try to. This is only your second season as a full-time housewife, and a lot of people said that she should have only came back as a friend of. I'm not one of those people. I liked Angie enough to want to see her come back as a full-time housewife from last season. Like I didn't have any qualms about that, but she just needs to be mindful of how it's translating sometimes, because one can take it like, you're trying too hard, as someone said, as one of y'all said earlier in the chat. Like, just saying, the optics. Moving on, y'all, to this last scene. Mary, I know Mary, I don't remember, I didn't write it down, but I know she had said something about her trying to be a vegan, and she gave this whole like analogy. It's just like her. That's why people say she's the fan favorite, is because her rationale behind things is just like so.
Yeah, because she was making it sound. She was like, this big old piece of meat, and you're shoving this piece of meat And she made it sound like they shoving it up their rectum and then we eating it through the other way and we're not chewing up the food and digesting the food. She's just making it sound like we just sticking the whole slab of meat and just don't chew it and swallow it. So for me, I was like, Mary, I get it. We all should, our colon should be a lot cleaner. We should be eating more foliage, but at the same time, stop making it seem like that we're just sticking it down our throat like that. Mm-hmm. And Mary, Mary, I'm a V. When she said that, I was like, first of all, let's be clear. When she was talking about the beef, I said that the McDonald's clearly you go up to the drive-thru and it clearly says this food may cause cancer. So miss me completely.
I'm so glad you said this, Pandora, because like although
her and Lisa,
McDonald's mystery meat, of course, as we know, but at the same time it is meat, so it's like at the same time you're talking about you want to be vegan, but like you was just eating fried, like, and yeah, just the additives and all of the horrible compounds and stuff like that are in that food. So it's just like, girl, knock it off. We appreciate her for being funny. It's fine, be funny. And that's all it's gonna be. I'm glad you said this. Meredith rents because she lives in 10 different places a year. Meredith should have said what's wrong renting. That's the point I made earlier, and I'm glad you said this because I forgot to mention how when Angie was like spewing all the stuff at the table about Meredith and what she said about her, and she was like flexing as if it's so bad to rent and stuff like that, and it's just like, I mean, everybody has their preferences and you can't say one is bad or worse than the other. It's just different, strokes for different folks. Like my idea of success and making it and whatever is going to look totally different than Cutie's idea of success and so on and so forth. Like everybody's idea of what they want in life is different. Some people don't want to rent because they don't want to own, I should say, because they don't want the responsibility. And also, you got to think too. I mean, let's look at whose house that is. I don't even want to say that example, but I will say, even when you do own, sometimes there's certain things that can pop up that can cause you to not even be able to film or still not even be able to have full, reign over your house, especially if you live in like a HOA, for example. Like
my sister did.
I did. Well, I don't. My rental property is in an HOA, and I know that Portia, for example, like, I mean, she don't own it. Who owns that house? Whatever, her Simon, whoever. I say that to say, like, look at the stuff that she's going through or whatever. So there can still be stuff that pops up that prohibits you from really, utilizing the space to the best of your ability, even if you are the owner sometimes. So relax, Angie. I just don't want them to keep like saying these things that can make them be viewed as like elitists, because that's what Bronwyn gave with that stupid comment in the beginning. That's what Angie gave just now. And I just want them to be mindful of how it's coming across to the viewers sometimes. Like, and I get it. Y'all are supposed to be, rich and, rich. But at the same time, you don't want to be like unlikable or make it seem like you're looking down on other people. Just because you have more money doesn't mean you should be looking down on other people or anything like that. Like, you rented out 100.
I think that stop lowbrowing somebody that's a renter. So what? At least they're paying a mortgage. They're not homeless, or at least they're paying a rent. They paying something. They ain't living for free. They're not living with their parent and all this other stuff. So stop doing that. So what? And it's their prerogative.
I'm so glad you said that. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if she's not, what is the point of me paying for a place and I am not there, and I'm in New York for 3 weeks, and then right after New York I'm going to Copenhagen for 2 weeks, and then we're going to Saint Tropez for vacation. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I wish, you know how much more money I would have in my pocket if I could do that. Like, must be nice. Anyway, going back to this last scene. So I want to say Lisa did like another toast. Everything was cool. And then Whitney turns to her and she's like, you know, what was up with that podcast comment you made outside? Like, do you have a problem with me, with podcast? Like, what is your issue? And Lisa's like, yes, I very much have a problem with you and podcasts. And she's like, Whitney's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, yeah, I have a problem with what you said on the podcast or whatever. And Whitney's like, you have a problem with what I said in the podcast. You only have a problem because you're like super self-absorbed and you're thinking that I was talking about you the whole time when I was really not even talking about you, like for 2 hours, because the podcast was 2 hours. You thought I was really talking about you the whole time? Think again. So they start going back and forth, y'all. And Lisa starts to call Whitney a liar. And Whitney was like, I'm definitely like not a liar. I did not go there to disparage you. She's proclaiming her innocence. And she even accuses Lisa of being somebody who's, you know, narcissistic, and she's somebody who can't handle when people disagree with her. Do you guys think that is the correct assessment? Like, who do you believe in this situation? Do you believe that?
I've been saying that about Lisa for a long time. You already know that. No, that's how I've been feeling about Lisa a long time. Lisa thinks about only herself, and nothing's wrong with that. Girl, think about yourself all the time. I don't care. You can be my friend, but that's okay. You're not my friend, so it doesn't bother me. But understand, yeah, to me, you think about yourself. Just the fact that you think that on her podcast for 2 hours, she sat on the podcast and did nothing but think about you and talk about you. Girl, goodbye. Ain't nobody got that type of time. I'm reviewing your show. You own it. And I still didn't take 2 hours about you. Go and sit down somewhere, lady.
Yeah, pretty much. But things kick up a notch when we get Whitney saying like to Lisa, like, yeah, and like all the things I've apologized for in the past, like you continuously bring them up, even as recent as last week or whatever. And Lisa's like, oh, wait, whoa, hold up, huh? Last week. So which one of y'all told, like, who told you that? Because there can only be two people at this table who told you that. Again.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything because I'm just gonna leave it right here because I'm not saying anything. We can stick a pin in it right here. I'm not saying nothing else. Since you want to be like that, I'm gonna be like that. That's what we did. I was like, Whitney, what? You didn't turn into a 10-year-old real quick. I said, girl, this is not how we handle business. But okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I just had to throw that little acting gig out real quick.
So like the main question at this point is, okay, so who told Whitney this? And we get a flashback once again. Shout outs to, you know, the editing in this episode. We get a cute little flashback of Whitney in her new house, and she goes and opens the door. And I wish I had the screenshot, but I don't. And she opens the door, and it's Angie.
Lo and behold.
And Angie's like, oh my God, congratulations. And
with her orchid in her hand.
Yeah, she's got all this stuff, and they hug, and they go sit in the kitchen at the counter or at the island. And Whitney starts to tell Whitney about what Lisa said and everything. And Whitney's like, you know, wait, what? Whitney's like, I am speaking until you listen to me. Wait, why did I write that down? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. My notes just got all crazy. And I was going for a second. Like,
oh, whoa, Candor, really?
So then Whitney's like, you know, I'm not I'm not speaking unless, you know, you listen to me, or, you know, are you going to just be standoffish to Lisa? Because again, we get that flashback. So we know that it's Angie that told Whitney or told Whitney what was said. And Heather was quick to be like, I didn't tell her, like, that was not me. I have no parts of it. And so then Lisa,
shut up, Heather. Shut up. Shut up. Nobody asked you.
She was like, she kept jumping in and kept stirring the pot. If you ask. And then we get Angie over here like, which part? Like what? Huh? Wait, what do you? It was like you saw the mental gymnastics for a second.
She was dialing it back. She was dialing it back.
I heard Meredith say like clearly she didn't, which I was kind of I was like, wait, I didn't really understand why she said that at first, but I did hear Meredith say that. And then Angie's like, well, yeah, like I told her some stuff, but at least it's like, ah, and she jumps up, of course, because that's all she needed to know is, oh, you told her? Like, yep, I don't know who to trust. I'm looking at everybody sideways now. You're telling her stuff behind my back. Then I told you that in confidence. And so then they start going back and forth. Lisa's feeling isolated. And again, yeah, she jumps up. Angie's trying to stand up to herself. And Lisa's like, do not effing lie about me. Lisa was pissed. And she even threw out the fact that Whitney said she had like slept with somebody. Like her mind was quick to go back to that because clearly that's still, you could tell, because that's still a very
thorn in her behind
for her, just based on how quick she said it. And so yeah, they went back and forth for a good little minute, and then Whitney's like, you know, I apologize for this and I apologize for that. And Lisa's like, yeah, well, if you want me to be your villain, like I'll be your effing villain. And what did Whitney say? She's like, no, this is when Meredith starts to jump in. Meredith is like, yeah, you accused Mary of running a cult. You accused me of not being at my father's memorial.
No, Heather first. Heather started first.
Heather started first, and then followed by Meredith. Right. And it just kind of started to turn into like a domino, like dog pile, if you will. And Whitney, like at one point, she's like, why are you guys like all coming out? Like she was like, why are you guys coming at me like this? And she was like, and this is when I realized her foundation was totally off, by the way. And I want to say this is when Bronwyn jumped in, because Lisa's like, you know, you act like if people aren't on the same journey as you act like that's like there's something wrong with that or something like that. And Whitney was like, well, maybe you should be on the same journey as me or whatever. And yeah, that's when Bronwyn also jumped in. It was like, you don't like, that doesn't mean that like
just because I don't agree with you or on your same journey don't mean throw me away.
Doesn't mean that I'm like living, you know, wrong here.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Meredith was drawing her stuff in there, and then Whitney's like, you know, you want the healed Whitney? Is that what you want? She's like, well, cue's the picture because I know I have it. I was like, wow, like this definitely took a hard right turn, y'all. Where's the picture? Do I not have the picture? Crap. I have this one. Where's the other one?
Ooh, that was it. Yeah.
They were going at it for a good little minute. I got that one. I should have Whitney here because Whitney's like, yep. Well, oh, here it is. Here it is, right here. Lisa was like, or Whitney was like,
you want the healed Whitney?
F you, Lisa Barlow. And Lisa's like, well, bye. There's the door. You can get out. Like, and Whitney gets up and she gets her coat, and Angie hops right on up with her. And then Mei Lee also hopped up too, which I was like, okay. I mean, I'll get to that in a second.
Well, Mei Lee's supposed to jump up. That's her ride.
Yeah, I will say, yeah, that's
her ride. I'm getting up with my ride.
I won't say they're friends because like I said, I heard some stuff, but that's her ride. Yes,
that's her ride.
And Whitney, she's like, or Heather's like, Whitney, don't effing leave. And Lisa's like, you know, I'm over Angie too. Actually, let them leave. No, she can leave. And that's where we end off, y'all.
Well, I feel like, do you feel like Whitney was right in saying that Lisa was weaponizing her trauma against her in this moment? Do you think that was true?
Well, how she was so quick to say, you know, how the whole jazz tickets thing or whatever. Lisa's still not. Yeah, Lisa's clearly still not over some stuff in the past. So it's just like, if it wasn't going to be this, it was going to be something else. It wasn't going to be a podcast. It was going to be something else to trigger that in you, because you were never quite over that. Is what I feel. And I feel like at the same time, though, if Whitney knew that this was an issue or whatever, you still, and knowing me, knowing we're about to all have to meet up and stuff like that, I would have been like, we need to have a conversation before and clear this up, because I could have mitigated. If you really didn't mean anything malicious on that podcast, then it should have been an easy fix, right?
Well, I feel like if that was the case, then tell me what I did, because that's all Whitney kept telling her. Like, well, just tell me what I did, because I'm not gonna say, oh, here's the thing. You're trying to paint it with such a broad paintbrush, like, oh, you just need to apologize for the podcast. Well, we're part of the podcast, all of it. So Whitney apologized. You know what? I'm so sorry I said what I said on the podcast. Then you're gonna get Lisa being the narc she is, and gonna be like, well, she never apologized for this. Well, when I apologized for the podcast, I thought that was all under the umbrella of this. No, because today I'm feeling like I want an apology specifically for this. And I feel like that's why Whitney wanted her to be specific, so that you can't come back and say, yeah, you didn't apologize for this, like Meredith did. Meredith is, she's like, yeah, you did the jewelry line, you did the bath bomb line, and now here you go stepping on my toes. Why didn't you tell her when she did the jewelry line you was feeling that way? Mm-hmm. You did. So now that's something that you're holding on to. You got baggage, and now she's supposed to be some kind of mind reader for you. Same thing goes for Lisa and Whitney. I feel like, no, you can't. Lisa, she's not a mind reader. Tell her what really hurt you, and it was like pulling teeth to get Lisa to finally say it. Now I do want to go back just a little bit, because it was so funny, because Whitney kept saying, I don't lie. I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. Yep. And then Lisa kept saying, no, you are. She was like, no, then tell me what I lied about. And it was Heather in that little witchy poo lap.
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh shit, this is about to go down. So Heather was like, no, you lied about the reading of the book, me not reading the book to you, and in the excerpts. Meredith was like, no, you lied about me mentioning my dad's memorial. Heather went back to, oh no, you said that I wrote some unauthorized material. Meredith is like, oh yeah, and then you accused Mary of being not only in a cult, but that she was a predator. You sure did. You accused her of that. And it was just like they was on all cylinders. Bah, ha, 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 ha. I was in there like, Angie, duck. Girl, because you about to get hit the strays. I'm telling you, they are going to come for you too. And especially if you like, you guys are all coming from every angle, and I don't know why you. It's from this side. It feels like everybody's just coming at her. Well, she's the one sitting there saying she ain't no liar. So when somebody tells you, okay, so you're not a liar, you've been the truth to your liking. Okay, crazy, Whitney, grow up, Bookie. I've been saying this for a long time, and I'm feeling like you still haven't grown up. That's why you bring in Maylene in, because you already know you're about to be messy, Marvin. You're about to be messy. None of your friends are about to like you. And as much as you keep saying, yeah, my business is great, and this is that, and my family, and this, that, and the third, it's feeling like you're going to be a little upset when your friends don't like you like they do. So much so that your husband's going to get into it. So let's be clear. Say what you mean what you say. And when you apologize apologize for what you really mean, or what it really is. And I was looking at Lisa a little weird because I feel like Lisa, tell her what it is. It took too long for her to just say, well, you lied and said that I was sleeping with wop. Thank you, Lisa. Tell her something, because at this point, I'm not about to apologize abroad. Because when people apologize abroad, you guys come back and say, you didn't apologize for this.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So that was my little take on the ending of that. And I don't think that Lisa was using, as much as Lisa's a narc, she was not using Whitney's trauma against her. I didn't see that part of it. I just feel like Whitney was going so hard, go hard. And when she did that and said my healing and said F you, I was like, see, this is why y'all should have had talk before y'all came to the party. Before there was an invite for the party, you could have just had called her and said, look, girl, let me talk to you. So, because we didn't have to have all of this. And the men, when Whitney got all, she making her scene. She about to make her debut exit. I'm about to get it in. And I said, F you. Once again, wop. The man I was sitting right there. I said, this all feels bad. This don't all feel good. Like, it's one thing we talking amongst each other and we say that, but now I feel like it's theatrical. Now I feel like, are y'all for real right now? Because I feel like there's still no resolve. Still no resolve. And can we rate the episode?
Oh yeah. I give it a 9.
I definitely want to give it a 9. Just the scene, just the setup to the scenes, just the way they gave us context a couple of weeks before. Yeah, I just like the way they produced it this time. It was really well done. The thought process was really well done. I'm gonna give them that. So yeah, I'm gonna give them a 9 as well. We definitely need to discuss Lisa being on the after show with Andy. We came to you guys this week, or was it last week? We came to you guys. Lisa had lost her ring, another ring.
Check that out.
Yes, please go check that video out for sure. She had lost her ring. Unbeknownst to me and Barb, we didn't know. We came to y'all as soon as we read it, did not read the article, so you guys can get our authentic, our response. And come to find out, she didn't lose it. She flung it, and it flung into an ice chester of some sort. So they were able to find it. But what the lady that was on with her last night, I don't know, her name was Molly something. So she was saying that she felt bad for Lisa and losing her $60,000 ring when Gunica was on, and that she never was able to find that. And we all know that her husband had gave that to her. It was very sentimental. And so the next ring that me and Barb reviewed, that ring was worth $100,000, people. And so we were like, wait, what? So she did find the $100,000 ring. The $60,000 ring did not come up. So back to Andy's show last night, Miss Molly is about to gift Lisa with something. It's a small little package, a small little black box, a little smoothie wop. And she's opening it. Now, in my mind, I was like, what would be dope if she gave her something that either tightens the rings onto your finger. If it's like these are two separate rings, my wedding and my both my rings. If it's something she can clamp together, or something that you put a ring on and it keeps it on your finger, something that tightens it up. That's in my head. I was like, that's probably what it is. And she's so rich, she probably got it, and we don't even know about it. But she ended up gifting that girl a pretty diamond encrusted all the way around the finger, nice ring. Don't know how much it was. It was really bling blingy, real cute. I was like, Miss Molly. When I was in the 12th grade, I had lost my ring. I had lost my diamond encrusted ring, and if you want to go ahead, and re-gift it for me, you go ahead. She don't even know Lisa. She don't know Lisa. That was like first
time. Overall, I was satisfied. I'm excited to see where the season's gonna take us, y'all. I want to know who Heather's sworn enemy is. I want to know who took this recording. I want to see Meredith not Meredith. I want to see Mary continue to, you know, be a team player. I want to see. I mean, I shouldn't say I want to see. I don't want to see because I'm like still confused by it, but I'm curious to know what kicked it off between this, the dissolution of Mary and Meredith's friendship. I want to know what's going on with that. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where we go.
Yeah.
Give it an 8.
Okay. Take it 2 off because of the bad fashion. You know what that's mean. Insurance fraud.
Yes. Gunica Garcia is her.
Shout out to Ronnie the voice, y'all. That's where we get Gunica from.
Yeah.
The stupidity of it all. LOL. Yeah, I don't want to see them arguing over bull crap. I'm gonna need y'all to step it up. I'm gonna need Mary to, like, in the moment tell y'all like, this is not what we doing. We're not doing that. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Do you have any tweets? Anybody live tweet or anything last night?
I didn't even look. Yeah, I didn't even look.
Okay.
I just watched the episode. I got these pictures. I watched Watch What Happens, and now I'm about to go watch some of, you know, my favorite content creators and see what they have to say about the episode, y'all.
Yes.
We appreciate you because I like to watch people's stuff after we come up here and do our stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our Hi. I hope you guys enjoyed our commentary. We'll be back again next week to do it. And yeah, let us know your comments in the comment section below. Make sure you hit that like button if you have not before you leave up on out of here. Shout outs to everybody who kept the conversation going in the chat. Make sure you're following us on all of our socials because they're going to be listed in the description boxes.
Playback Gang.
Shout out to the Playback Gang. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.